Hello, hello everybody. This is Judy at roselanevintagedesigns. I know I've been away for a really long time. It's been like, I think 3 months and a few days since I've actually done a video for you guys. For some of you who have been following and watching, you'll know that I had talked a lot about our move from New Jersey to Buffalo, New York. That's been done. We have an extremely large basement here, but it was unfinished. So my husband just today put up some lights for me so that I could start doing some videotaping again and actually working again. This side of the basement where I am, and he promises in a couple of weeks he's actually going to build a room around me here, which would be awesome. This side of the basement, you may hear my furnace running. You may hear some noises creaking in the floor above, but we're going to fix that as time goes on. But in any case, we are here. I finally have the opportunity to maybe start doing a little bit more crafting. I've been missing it terribly, and getting some time now where we're settling in a little bit more here in the house, a little bit more at our offices, and taking care of the work that we were sent here to do. So in any case, everything is getting back on track. I am really happy to be back. And so today we are going to continue on where we left off with this collage centerpiece, this ongoing saga of the Angela Kerr piece that we called it. So this is where we have gotten so far. I don't think, maybe I did this. I'm not finished yet. I'm still going to be decorating this, but I did put down the tuxedo pocket, the tri-fold tuxedo pocket. I had showed you this little booklet and how I did the pages in here. I just took the pages and folded them in on themselves. So they go like this, and then this side goes like this, and like that, and like that. So you get a nice full-size page. It's still in this tiny little skinny booklet that'll go in here. So this will continue to get finished as we go. This is going to be our belly band, which I haven't gotten to yet. This I said was going to be our booklet, so I've got this cut and ready to go. I just have to do the I have to tea stain and things like that. So this is where we started the collage. I put this little card here to help hold the book in a little bit more, and there is the collage. We had started it. We had done part of this, I think, in the last video, and I believe we had done all of this. What I was going to do next was start doing the tags. So we have 8 pockets here on this page. There might be a little bit of a shadow because this light is right over my camera, which is my phone, but I'll remedy those things as we go along in the next few weeks. Anyway, I did start to do a couple of just collage. I said I was going to do them very flat, and these were the pockets. They're, well, I'll do the skinny tag that I have over here. There's a pocket here, there's a pocket here, there's a pocket here, and there's a pocket here. I'm hoping that all of this is in the camera. I think it is, yes. Then there's a pocket up here. I pretty much did the same thing. One over here, and this one is on this side as opposed to being on here because that's the way the paper went. So I started a few tags, and what I did was this. I made these tags with these little cutouts, and what I had done, and I'll show you in a minute, is I just doubled them like a mirror image, folded them in half. It's glued down on the back, and I left the backs all plain, and then they just go into the pocket, and you tip up that tab just a little bit, and it goes inside, and you can't see the tag. You just see the tab, okay? So here's another one that I did for the next pocket. Again, just plain on back. It's got the same tab on the back, and that one goes in this pocket, and you just tip it forward and it goes down and you can't see the tag. So there'll be 8 of them. and they'll look in a similar pattern. So what I have is more of the flowers and more of the birds that I can cut out and just sort of stick around in places to kind of camouflage the fact that these are all kind of even. So that's what I've done so far. I have the rest of the, I'm missing a card here, here we go. I have the rest of these cards already cut. I ABC'd them so I knew where they would go. So what we're going to work on tonight, right now, is doing more of these tags. I did cut these tabs. Let me get them over here with my arms in the way here. Excuse my reach. So these are tags. Okay, and you can see what I did. I just doubled them. I'll bring it up a little higher. Maybe put behind my hand. I don't know if that's any easier. I'm gonna move that back a little bit. Maybe you can see it some. So I just doubled them over, folded them over. I cut it randomly, sort of, folded them over, and then did trimming, which I'm going to show you on this last one. Okay, so that's what I did. This one's going to be easy because it's pretty simple. It's not as complicated as some of these. So I'll show you what I did to kind of trim it. You know, it's those good ideas until you do them, and then they're kind of complicated. But in any case, we're going to get started. So I have some papers here to my side. I'm going to just pull these out for kind of reference, see kind of what I did. I think I will do this one with a little bit darker paper, and I'm just going to tear is what I'm going to do. We're just going to tear, and we're going to glue. Yeah, that'll work. And I'm going to use the, I finally got these icing things, these, I don't know if you can see that, but put something darker behind it. It's that sugar bells, sweet sugar bells. I did get them, but I hadn't used them yet. While I've been on hiatus as far as actually making stuff, I have not stopped buying stuff. So Amazon and I are very close friends. So I've been getting a bunch of other little things. In the meantime, I had gotten these glue bottles, which I think I had heard about them actually through Tracy Fox, but somebody had sent them to her, and she had said how much she recommended them. So I did get them. I happen to have the little cover things because I do gingerbread villages from time to time. I'm just going to continue to tear here. And so I have those for my, I'm going to just trim that part down. For my, I'll tear it this way. For my gingerbread villages, for my icing bags and stuff, because I use a lot of icing, and I will have to leave it sit in the, in the the bags, in the icing bags a lot. I'm not going to cut that side, because I think I'm just going to, I think I'll do it that way. Or maybe do I want it? No. You know what? I think I'll do it. I'm not worried about up here because I'll probably put the tag on to cover. Yeah, I think I can do that. Well, let's do this part and we'll see what we like. All right, I'll put this down first. So in any case, that was that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to just get things done and collect things and continue to get ready to do all my crafting. Let's see if I can get this somewhere. I mean, I can continue to just cut it off, but anyhow, yeah, well, let's do this one this way. Okay, I have to get used to this. The way this is set up now is my garbage can is on my left, and I'm right-handed, and before it was on my right-hand side, so it was very easy for me to just kind of scoop the bits and pieces off my desk, just, you know, brush them this way, and where I positioned the can, you know, no, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it like that. Where I positioned the can, it was easy. I could just brush it right off, and it would brush right into the garbage can. So it was really nice. Still managed to miss it often, but nonetheless, I did my best. So let me move that over there. I'm going to trim this off right now, get rid of some of this extra, and see where I am. I think I had decided that that would be a bird on that side, so let me just trim this down. These are great little scissors. I can't remember what they're called, but I got them a couple years back. I may have said this already in a previous video, but I got them a couple years back in Hobby Lobby. They are, I saved it doesn't say on them, but I saved the packaging that they came in case I wanted to get more. And they had these with pink with black or black with pink on the inside, and couldn't figure out, you know, one was $1 more than the other, and I couldn't figure, these were $1 more than the black with the pink on the inside, and I couldn't figure out why, so I carefully read the packaging, and these are non-stick. The glue doesn't stick to them. I mean, something may stick, but you can pull it right off, and the glue really doesn't stick, which is really, really nice. So, okay, what do I want to do with this little fella? I have someplace, I do believe, I'll turn my head away from the camera here, but I think I have some little bits and pieces, perhaps. I'm not seeing a whole bunch here. All right, I think I'll do this. I'll do this one. Okay, that's good. I've got all kinds of papers off to my side here, and I finally did get those tear rulers that everybody was always talking about. I'm going to try to tear it up this way, even though I started it. Yeah. Okay. Well, that'll work. And that's okay. Okay, I think I like that. So we'll put that there. I'm trying to watch the time so that, you know, I don't go over. I have a tendency to think, well, you know, I won't be that long, and then I get started, and I think you all can attest to that. You think it's not going to take so long. You think. And then the next thing you know, an hour's gone by. Okay. I didn't want to put it right up to the edge there. I got a little piece on the back. But that's okay. So anyway, so these scissors are really good, and I would get them again. I did get these in my intro. I just knocked over my glass dish. Haven't gotten the knack of using these Tim Holtz one yet, but I'm gonna try. But I really do like these little ones. For me, they tend to work really good. And see, this is sticking, but when I pull it away, the glue will just come away with it, so that's good. All right, so I think I'm all right with that. Let me find, oh, let's see, one of these tags. How about this one? We'll do this tag. I'm gonna actually I'll tear this out right here. Put this back on this side, and I will cut this. I don't know if we'll get all of these tags finished. Probably not. but you'll get the basic idea. It's just some simple collaging that isn't too bulky, because like I said, a lot of the collage pages are pretty bulky enough on their own. So we'll do this one. My ink is over here. I think I'll put it to this side because it'll be easier there. Get rid of some of the white. So if you do hear some noises, it is the assorted house noises. You know, I don't really have to use all this for this. You know, I don't think I will. Let me put this back. I am knocking into everything because nothing is put away at this point. I have tons and tons of boxes. I'm trying to put this pin in this glue, it won't go. I have tons and tons of boxes that I have to open and reorganize things. It's crazy. It's just crazy. But I will get there happily, and we will get underway. So every time you tune in, we'll be a little further along. And I see I did this here, so I'm gonna ink this because I made a boo-boo there. I didn't do it low enough. So, all right, we'll edge all of this. Just doing the ink. Do a little grunging on that. Get it a little darker. That works, I think. All right. Okay, and that's it. I'm not going to be doing, like I said, it's not doing a whole bunch. This was going to go on the side. I think it was this one. This one was, yeah, I think it was this one. This was the one I was going to do. So we'll put it down here like this. I want to cover that brown a little bit. I think actually it doesn't look so bad. Let me just put a little ink on that part. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do a better light thing here, but hopefully this isn't bad. I'm hoping it's seeable. Might be a little bit of a shadow, and I apologize, but I will try to make that better. All right, I think more or less like that. So this is about where I'm going to put it. So this is what I'm going to do. This is where I want it. I'm going to hold the front and just put my finger under the back part of it. I'm going to flip it over and lay it down, because I can't tell you how many times I've glued these things where they don't belong. I don't want glue there. I just want glue here. So all I'm going to do is glue on this side, which is technically the back part of the tag. So that's all I'm going to do here. One other thing I do want to do is, where's the top? I do want to ink along this edge before I put this down. Okay, that's good enough. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up with the line. It's in the center where I want it. Line it up with the line here, more or less, and then just glue that down. Okay, more or less, and that's it. It's a little off, but that's okay. That's what everybody keeps telling me. They keep saying it's handmade. That's what makes it nice. That's what makes it the way it's supposed to be. So you see we have that little lift. Okay, so let's get this back. We'll put these tags back in the pockets. There, there. Now this is our third tag. That goes here. And we just lift it up. It disappears into the pocket. So that's what we've got so far. So the other thing that we'll do, And what I'll do with these, I'm just cutting out of another paper, roughly fussy cutting, because I don't want to tear it, because I didn't tear these. But I just want to give a rough fussy cut. Maybe it's not fussy cutting if you do it rough, I don't know. But we'll do that. And then we'll put a little ink on it. So anyway, there's a couple things that I wanted to, I'm just going to go on with this. You've kind of seen, you know, the idea of what I'm going with here. I'm trying to keep my eye on the clock. So one of the things was, while we were moving, I got sick. I have a tendency to get diverticulitis, and I got a pretty bad bout. As a matter of fact, up to that point, it had been about the worst one I had had. So I'm just putting this down just randomly, so it's not going to look like you can figure out where the tags are. Okay. So I had a pretty bad case of the diverticulitis. Looking for another one that I can put down. Let's see, I think this one. So I was off my feet for 3 weeks. Now, that made it very hard to pack up our house. And because we were closing the building that we were in, because they were combining the two buildings into one building, so that building was shutting down. The one that we were in was shutting down. We had to empty it, which I think I also mentioned in one of my videos. So it was a 65,000 square foot building plus our home, and I got sick. For 3 weeks I was off my feet. So I was trying my best to do packing and stuff. So my brother-in-law was bringing me stuff to the dining room table. I would wrap it and pack the box, and then he'd tape up the box and he'd haul it out, and you know, all of this stuff. It was just going on and on. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So then we got here, and about 2 weeks after I got here, that was the last week of June, which was right after my last video. I had been promising to do more videos, and I didn't do them because I got so ill. So I got here, and about 2 weeks later, which would have been about the 3rd week of August or thereabouts, on a Sunday night, I had terrible, terrible abdominal pains. And really, I had to go to, I went to the emergency room. It was that bad. It was really bad. And so anyway, I did that. My husband takes me to the emergency room, and I'm just gonna kind of rough do this. I think I'm gonna make this one sort of, you know what, where do I want to go? Let's go here. I know you can't see what I'm doing because I'm kind of leaning back, but he takes me to the emergency room at about 10:30 at night. I came home at about 1:30 in the morning, and needless to say, I was off my feet again for several days. So it was delays, but finally I have made it back. My husband's been trying to get the lights up for me. This one I am going to use the, whoops, let go, it's stuck to my fingers. My husband has been trying to get the lights up for me. He's had them for about 3 weeks, just getting down here to do it. But what prompted him, or as I prompted him, I said, please, you need to do these lights for me, because I have been watching I've been watching my YouTube subby count, and it's been climbing slowly. I was almost kind of relieved that it's been climbing slowly, because I had promised that when I hit 1,000 subbies that I would, you know, have stuff for a giveaway. And I'm probably going to do about 3 things, because most other YouTube channels, I've noticed that when they hit 100 and maybe 500 and something like that, they'll be doing these giveaways. And my channel had grown so quickly and surprising me a lot that I just didn't even think when I was hitting those numbers, I was going past them too fast to do anything. I'm just starting out. I haven't even been doing this. Well, that might be worth keeping. I haven't even been doing this for a year yet. It won't be a year until October, the end of October, when I first started to do anything. And so I hadn't collected a whole bunch. So I was, you know, struggling along with just trying to collect bits and pieces. That's pretty. That is very pretty. Okay, what am I going to put on this one? So anyway, what do I have? Ooh. I don't know. I don't know. Trying to see what other bits and pieces. Ooh, this is pretty. Yeah, I like that one. So I've been trying to collect, and, you know, do what I can to actually have stuff to make. And so I just made that promise that, you know, come a 1,000 subbies, that I would do something. You know, and I'll just put this over the edge, I think, this way. I want this off. I want some of this off. We'll do a little bit more. So I'm watching my count go up, and I'm thinking, well, it's slowly plodding along, and that's okay, because I'm not ready, especially with this move and being ill and things, you know, sort of throwing a monkey wrench and stuff that I wasn't planning on. I was kind of happy to just let it ride. But then Barbara from 49 Dragonflies found the video that, I'm just going to do this because this is also pale. I'm just edging this, and again, I'm probably off camera, so try to be careful here. Barbara from 49 Dragonflies found the video that, this is going to go off the edge so it doesn't matter, found the video that Angela had done about my trifold tuxedo pocket, and she went back to my channel, which now, at the time when Angela had done the, this won't go down, there we go. When Angela had done the video, the tutorial on the trifold tuxedo pocket, I had just started my YouTube channel just the week before, and I hadn't done a tutorial or even a, you know, even like just even a mention of anything that I had done before. I think I'm just gonna pull that down a little bit. I'm probably way off camera. Let me move this up. So anyway, by the time Barbara got to my channel, I had done one. So I was watching it yesterday. I think I was watching it yesterday, because the night before, when I went to bed, my subby count was at 886, and overnight it went up like 18 people, which is strange, and I couldn't figure out why. And then when I was on Instagram, I saw that Barbara had done the trifold tuxedo pocket, so I went back and looked at her video, and she was very gracious to have, you know, given Angela and I both credit for the pocket, and she also named us and put our links to both of the videos in her. Trying to think, what color would I want here? I think I'm gonna go with this kind of browny red one. So anyhow, so obviously this is why my numbers were going up. So I told my husband yesterday, I think it was yesterday when I came home, I said, you have got to do my lights for me, please. I need to get my stuff unpacked. I need to get going here. I said, at that point I was at 909 subbies, and last time I checked earlier this evening I was at 921. So I am desperately trying to get this out of the way so I can get to the things that I want to do for the giveaway. And in the interim, I had a friend who was very ill, had to have a pretty serious surgery, and was having a difficult time actually coming out of it. And I'm just going to dab that a little bit, make it a little more grungy. This too. Bring that, tone it down a little bit more. So anyway, I wanted to do a prayer journal for her. And so that's something I've now thrown in the mix with everything else. And so I have just a ton of stuff that's waiting in the wings for me. And yeah, so there's just a whole bunch of stuff I have to take care of. So that's that. So that has brought you up to date with a little bit about what's been going on with me and where I've been and why it's been taking me so long to get back to you guys. And so that's that story, as they say. And I'm just thinking, I know I forgot to do the back of this one, so let's get the back done. So anyhow, so the other thing that I wanted to tell you was I think I had promised in the last video or one before how I even got involved in this, and it was junk journals, you know, making the journals. And that is this. I'll try to kind of keep it quick because I'm watching that time. Honestly, I don't remember when I started, but I think it was about 7:30. So I'm coming near the end of my time, and I think, where's my other? Yes, I want to do one of something like this. This one's good. So anyhow, what started me on this is, some of you may be aware that I love genealogy. I come from a very large family, which I think I had mentioned before. My mother was the oldest of 14 children, so I have literally tons of cousins. I have like 45 first cousins, and then we just double with each generation, it seems, from there. So I just have a lot of family. And family stories was a tradition in my household. I remember my mother telling us stories all the time about, you know, our family and where we came from, and yeah, I kind of like that. So, and if I'm sniffling a lot, I apologize. It's allergies for some terrible reason with me lately. Every time I move somewhere new, I develop a new one because there's a new plant that nobody knew I was allergic to. But anyway, so so I really liked the family stories. I like the family history, and I just, that's just my nature. So I had decided that, you know, for most of us, I think as families grow, Christmas gets pretty expensive unless you have little kids, which we have 2 new little babies in our family. My 2 new grandnephews from my brother's twin boys. They each are married and they each have a little boy. And so anyway, this one's going this way. So I'm going to put this tab sort of like that, I think. So it kind of goes over it a little bit, maybe a little further out, right? Yeah, I think so. So, oops, had a little stray there. So I decided that I wanted to do something. I thought, well, maybe I can do like a family book. I've got glue all over me. I could do a family book for each member of my family, each member of my husband's family, where I would do some sort of a book cover type thing. And yeah, I think that would be okay. I think that's okay. So again, I'm going to hold here, flip it over. I know I keep going back and forth, right? I can't finish one sentence. Anyway, I'm going to put that down just a smidge. So I started researching, you know, what can I do? Can I use a 3-ring binder like a loose leaf? Can I, you know, whatever. Well, ultimately what I did with all my research, looking on YouTube and all this kind of stuff, I found scrapbooking. That was when scrapbooking was still happening. But I think junk journals were beginning to really take hold in that world. I'm going to move this down just a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to move it a little more there. That's good. I'll just fold that in and glue it down. So anyway, so scrapbooking was happening, but I think it was starting to wane maybe a little bit, fall back a little bit more, and the junk journals were really starting to be what I was finding. And the scrapbooks looked beautiful, but they were a little too neat. What I was trying to do, what ultimately I decided on, was to, there's that one. Yeah, that's okay. Was to, I'm going to get a piece of paper and cut one of these little birds out. What do I have on this page? I don't have this one. So I'll cut this little fella out. So I decided on a post-bound book, and every year for Christmas, well, obviously all through the year, I would be collecting information, maybe old photographs that I could scan, and I'm on Ancestry, so I find a lot of things from other people that my family members may not have, mine or my husband's family, or our spouses. You know, my sister's husband's family and my brother's wives, and et cetera, et cetera. So what I decided I would do was collect whatever information I could, if I could find newspaper clippings or stories or photographs or vital information like censuses or, you know, something like that, any of those kinds of things, and do up something that would be pretty, that would look like, or give the impression at least, of going through a trunk in an attic, okay? You know, your grandmother's trunk or somebody's trunk up in the attic. It would be sort of eclectic, but a surprise on every layer. So I wanted flip outs, I wanted pockets, I wanted envelopes, I wanted all kinds of things, but I didn't want the real uniformity of a scrapbook. And that's how I found junk journals. And when I found them, being the kind of person that I am, I love writing, I love reading. Yeah, I think I'll just put that there. I took a little side trip from my scrapbooks for the family, or my, you know, genealogy books for the family. I really don't want to call them scrapbooks, I guess, really. But I took a little side trip from that and started doing these things. This is my logic. My logic was, I thought this would be good practice for me, because I really did not know what I was doing. That it would be good practice for me to do this, to kind of get my hands, you know, wet on this, so to speak, and, you know, be able to do a better job on the books for the family. So every year, everybody in the family would get a new page. Every person would get a new page for their family book. So that was my plan, but I've been sidetracked, waylaid, taken abroad by junk journals, and I was hoping that this year would be the year that I would actually start doing the family books, but with the move and things being what they were, I didn't get that opportunity. So anyway, I'm probably going to finish the rest of these off camera, but you get the idea of what's happening. This is how it looks. I can, you know, I'll glue probably a bird over here, probably get some flowers in here, maybe, you know, whatever it is. And this is ultimately how it looks. It looks like a collaged page, with these birds and flowers on it, but some of the birds and flowers are these hidden tags. So there's that one, that one. See, I almost grabbed the wrong one. This one, and then this one. And then they all go inside the pages. So like I said, with the one that I had done for Angela, that was just these two little tuck spots where I had a couple of, you know, just some cards and a little, like a bookmark almost that I had made for her on that one. And it looked kind of like a quilt. This is a little more, I guess, busy is what I would say in that regard, because I wanted it to be more, I wanted it to camouflage these openings. So that's where we are with this, and this is where I'm gonna end, because I think I've been doing this for close to 45 minutes, and I'm really gonna try to keep them to 45 minutes, between 30 and 45 minutes. I think that's more manageable for most of us. So I'll probably continue with the rest of these. Yeah, you know what, let me show you this. Okay, I'm gonna just cut this out quickly, just real quick, because I promised I was gonna do this. And then show you how I sort of trim it, because of course it's not gonna match when you fold it over. So and I left the easier, the simpler one, so that I could do it hopefully more quickly than these other ones. But anyway, so that was my plan. That's how I found my way to junk journals and fell in love with them. I fell in love with this community. Everybody is just so encouraging and just so so kind. I mean, I know I've seen some things where people have said on, you know, some of their YouTube pages or Facebook pages or something, that some people are not so kind, and I guess that happens from time to time. I'm just pressing this down because this is pretty thick. This was, you know, cardstock. But for the most part, I think everybody's very encouraging. They're very kind. They're very considerate. They're just nice people. And, you know, we need a lot more of that in this world. And to come across a group of people, such a large group of people particularly, that are so uplifting and so sweet and so kind and so loving, and it's just, you know, just wonderful for me. I'm gonna stop again and tell you, if you could see what I'm doing, you could see where it's white from the other side. I'm trimming this down to match what I have here. Then I'm gonna flip it, well, close to match it. And then I'm gonna flip it over and do the other side the same. Okay, which is really not bad, which is unfortunate because I really wanted to show you that. But anyway, okay, here, there's a little bit over here you can see, perhaps. So I'll clean that out and clean that out, and that one, and that's not so bad. So then, just because this is not going to be perfect, I go around the inside edge with some of the ink. So if there is a little sliver of white, it should be hopefully completely covered, or at least diminished, so it's not so glaring. And then the same thing, go around the edges here, grunge it up a little bit, just like that. Now normally when I ink over my garbage can, but for video's sake I'm not. But these are great, but you can see they chip away, and that's what all these little things are. And if you don't get rid of them, I have found, they will stain your papers where you don't want them stained. So, but anyway, so that's all I do to get the little tab the way I got them before. So that's that. But anyway, so we will continue on. I'll probably have something else. I'll probably be trying to do the book and the belly band next time. And then after that, we'll go, oh, I did these pockets. I still need to put another card in there. And this is the picture frame is going to go in here, and this is the paper I'm going to use. And I don't know, I did do the piece for the frame, but I'm not sure where I put it right now. I'm not sure where most things are right now, but I will find it, I promise, before the next video, because I can't do the next video without it. So we'll try to do the picture frame and tag. We'll try to do the belly band and this book. We'll see if we can get that all in. I'm going to tea dye this, and it's just a matter of doing some small things. They shouldn't take too long. I think I should be able to get it all done in 45 minutes. I will finish this one, just the decorating off camera a little bit. We'll go through it and get on with the rest of what we're doing. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm putting here. There's writing here. Whatever I do here is here, and then writing on this side, it looks like most likely, because I was trying to do what was bulky and thin and bulky and thin and bulky and thin, sort of alternating, so it wouldn't be so bad. But I do want these guys on there, so they're just tucked under the lace until I can get to it and take care of that. So I was thinking here about doing a magnet to keep this closed, but I've decided I'm going to do the tassel with the little half circle thing, so I can show you what I did on Angela's, because that's what everybody was asking. So I will do that, and I'll have to do something here to cover that little brad, but that's not going to be a problem, I don't think. I'll figure something out. So the brad, and so you'll see that, and I'll also, where the picture frame is, I'll be doing the same little loop with the half circle, because that's what holds the picture frame shut, because it will flip down and we need it to stay shut. So anyway, so that's it for now. Again, I want to thank everybody, everybody who has already subscribed, everybody who has continued to subscribe to my channel. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I know you'll hear this from everybody on YouTube, but it is true. You truly make my day when you come by, when you leave comments, when you just watch and enjoy and learn. And yeah, I love it, and I'm so grateful to all of you. I hope this continues to grow. I will be working diligently on getting this piece finished. I have part of it finished somewhere. I had it someplace. I've made a mess here. Oh, here it is. The first signature is here. So I've done some bits and pieces. Obviously it's not completely finished yet, but I do have, you know, some of it done so far. So this is the first signature. There'll be another one. This I need to find my stamps, because so there's little bits and pieces that I still have to take care of in here. But in any case, there's a second signature that I have it ready, but I haven't done any embellishing on it at all yet. So and then of course I still need to do the cover. So we're gonna move right through this. So hopefully, if I can find the time, I'll be getting a lot more of these videos done. So in any case, that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much. I will see you again soon. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.